Susan wrote, according to him, married men and women should go to bed together. According to who? Married men and women should go to bed together. According to Fred, married men and women should go to bed together. According to Fred, should married men and women should go to bed at the same time? Yes, according to Fred, married men and women should go to bed at the same time. According to Susan, should married men and women go to bed together? No, not according to Susan. According to Susan, married men and women don't need to go to bed together. Who thinks married men and women should go to bed together? Fred thinks married men and women should go to bed together. Who thinks married men and women don't need to go to bed together at the same time always? Susan thinks married men and women don't need to go to bed together always. Not always, sometimes not always. Susan wrote, it's always on his timetable. What is always on Fred's timetable? When they going to bed is always on his timetable. Is it sometime on his timetable? No, not sometimes. Always. It's always on his timetable. Is it never on his timetable? No, not never. Always. It's always on his timetable. Who decides when they go to bed? Fred decides when they go to bed. What? Whose timetable is it on? Fred's timetable is on. Susan wrote, we have gone to bed angry. We have gone to bed angry many times. Who have gone to bed angry many times? Susan and Fred have gone to bed angry many times. Did they go to bed angry many times? Yes, they have gone to bed angry many times. Have they gone to bed sad any times? No, not sad. They have gone to bed angry many times. Have they gone to bed happy any times? No, not happy. They have gone to bed angry many times. Have they gone to bed angry one time? No, not one time. They have gone to bed angry many times. Many times, not one time. Susan wrote, how do we figure it out? without getting angry and resenting each other. Does Susan want to figure it out? Yes, Susan wants to figure it out. Does Fred want to figure it out? No, Fred doesn't want to figure it out. Susan wants to figure it out. Does Susan want to find an answer to the problem? Yes, Susan wants to find an answer to the problem. Does Fred want to find solution to the problem? No, Fred doesn't want to find solution to the problem. Susan wants to find solution to the problem. Susan wrote, "How do we figure it out without getting angry and resenting each other?" Does Susan want to figure it out and getting angry? No, she doesn't want to figure it out and getting angry. She wants to figure it out without getting angry. Does Susan resent Fred? Yes, Susan resents Fred. Does Susan want to resent Fred? No, she doesn't. She doesn't want to resent Fred. Does Susan want Fred to resent her? No, she doesn't. She doesn't want Fred to resent her. Does Susan resent Fred? Yes, Susan resents Fred, but she don't want to resent him. Finally, Susan wrote, "Tired of being tired, Des Moines, Iowa." What town is Susan from? Susan is from Des Moines. What state is Susan from? Susan is from Iowa. What country is Susan from? Susan is from America. Is Susan from Vietnamese? No, not Vietnamese. Susan is from America.